Hi all, right, back with more Fields of Fire, Normandy campaign, mission 2, Cerisy offensive. This is my part 15. I've just come straight back there from uploading part 14, because I think if I don't do a little bit now and think I'm going to come back later, I'm probably not, because it is going to start getting a bit late. Right, just before I hit record, also got Andrew coming and answering actually answered Billy's question as well regarding the rifle grenade. That was right, about the needing the PDF, and confirmed what Billy answered my question about it can move sideways as long as there's no VOF. Yeah, it's all good. So I'm glad I asked that, because I kind of initially was thinking it was going to go one of the ones at the back. So see, you just, sometimes your thoughts aren't right, Grant. Okay, let's move on. Nothing else to talk about just now as of yet. We're just moving on to turn 7. So we're going to have to move a little bit, but I'm not really frightened. To be honest, we've got objective 2. We're sitting with an assault team in a strong building on that village. Sitting under +6 cover, if you like, with a strong building in the actual village. So pretty good. Yeah, right, let's move. Friendly Hire HQ event. Let's do it. Yes. There is not one. Okay. Right. Battalion HQ is not on the map, so the COHQ. Right, now, where is everybody? Well, COHQ and the XO have no save commands. 1st and 2nd platoon have no save command. 3rd platoon's the only one who's got one save command. So we're looking for big numbers to be able to do anything, or save some stuff up and really need to push for it next turn, I suppose, is the other option. But obviously I'd prefer just getting the big commands now and doing something. So COHQ, XO and 1st platoon all under this foxhole. No, I haven't. I don't think I've done it. There was something when I was watching back. I've just remembered it now though. 1st platoon HQ does not have a radio anymore. I think it's okay, because he's always been. He needs to be. If I'm going to activate him anyway, I mean, he can act on his initiative and draw a card that way. But if I'm going to activate him, we need to be in visual verbal communication. So we need to be on the same card, and we need to be in the same place on the card. So COHQ can activate 1st platoon and the XO. 3rd platoon is over there under its own cover marker, and 2nd platoon is down here, not under cover, but we cannot communicate because we're under cover. So that's the state of affairs. So drawing for COHQ, now the current activity is still engaged, so no issues there. He is wine quality, but he is undercover, so he's going to get a +1 to this draw, and he's sitting at 0 save. So with a +1, there we go. 4 +1 is 5. So he's got 5 commands. Right. Well, sure, you're activating 1st platoon HQ and the COHQ, you know, the XO, because that's all you can activate. Yeah, just looking here. Well, I'm definitely doing that. Yeah, I'm definitely doing that. So I'm definitely spending A2. We're activating the XO, and we're activating 1st platoon. None of them have any saved commands. Now, because he can't activate 2nd or 3rd platoon. So he does have 3 commands left. So as for some of the other things that you could do, I'm looking at this assault team saying, well, that's got to go somewhere. And if these platoon move, he's not going with it. So, you know, I suppose I thought the platoon move maybe up in. I mean, I know it's not the best place to put them in the open fields, but it's our intervening card that's been cleared between it and our primary objective, or even this other open fields. I'd like to be doing it here, but there's a contact marker here and there's a contact marker here. So there is a good chance that first platoon is going to platoon move. Well, depending on the commands that he gets. Remember, he is green. So there's a temptation to move this assault team up to here, though. And the fact that first platoon might be needing his command, I think that could be a job for the... Well, if not for the COHQ, for the XO... I mean, the other thing is this assault team's here, but he would need to move initiative. Well, not necessarily, because second platoon, to be honest, might be moving up into the woods here. I think he will, yeah. Well, why don't you send that assault team up there then, Grant? That's not terrible. Yeah. And the fact that there's nothing... Yeah, that's a contact as well. Yeah, so I'm going to have to be a little more careful moving this up. I'm going to have to wait another turn. I'm going to have to send an assault team up to there. And then we're going to have to cease fire as well. Yeah, because because they're still firing on that car, if we move an assault team into there, they'll still continue firing on it, won't they? Yeah, so I'm going to have to do something about that. So, so the fact that we're probably moving second platoon up to here, hopefully having another command to send that assault team up to there. First platoon's going to move up to here, so we want to move that assault team up there now. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use the COHQ to spend another command. No, we can't. We can't benefit from infiltrate. So I'm going to move him up to there. And he is going to be exposed. However, he is going to open fire, and I'll put my PDF. I know this isn't a PDF that you would normally have to put, or it's just it's easier to know what's going on, I think. And then he's firing with automatic weapons. Just move them a little bit. But obviously the paralysed team can't fire back. This is a paralysed team, I want to say, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit messed up. I don't know what we're going to do with that. That's for if I've got more time at the end and spare things to do, I think. Okay, so COHQ maybe just wants to save the last two then, because the platoon move's going to get this, and this all up. And the XO's sitting there himself, to be honest. Well, if the XO's got nothing to do, he could maybe come across here and see if he can do something with this guy. Possibly, if there's nothing better to do. So is that you done with the COHQ, or do we want to move the COHQ? Well, you know what? Maybe. I just looking at that open fields thinking, do you really want to go in there? It looks horrible. It looks like a horrible place to go. And you're sending your COHQ up there first. Well, hold on, Grant. If you're going to platoon move, you need to draw at least a 2. And remember, you are green. There's a possibility of ending up with just a 1, and then you're not going to platoon move. Maybe we just sit back then. The problem is that the COHQ is still under these foxholes, and if the first platoon moves up here, he's going to be out undercover. It's going to be not undercover, and the COHQ is still going to be undercover. Maybe we could... Yeah, if we get a general initiative, move them up afterwards, you know. I mean, I could still move them up. Is there a danger? Well, there is. If you don't draw, if you just draw a 1 for the first platoon, I mean, he does get a +1 for being under the forecastle, so it's a +1 -1, but you could still draw one of the horrible cards with a 1, and then that's all you get. What's the likelihood of that? Well, I don't know. My luck recently has not went that well with that. Although I do feel like we're still comfortable. I think we've come through that sort of patch, and maybe it wasn't as bad as I maybe made out or felt like it was. It's just that if the COHQ does move, then at least he's going to be able to give the first platoon an action next. Well, not if the first platoon doesn't get to move, Grant. Because he's going to have to move with his platoon. Well, where's second platoon? Second platoon's going to move to here. But he's got a radio. It's the radio thing with the first platoon. So if he moves there and the COHQ's there, that's good. So he's in communication with that. However, third platoon I think, staying put, isn't he? He's going to have to act on his initiative, I think. I'm going to take a chance with this, I think. So I'm going to spend one more command and move the COHQ on his own up into the open fields. Just showing the guys how it's done. Are you sure, Grant? Are you sure? Yeah, not really. See, there's no, I mean, I need to move these, and I can't move them there and I can't move them there. It's just horrible that that's the one that's been, me and unless we just hang about there until we get, you know, should we do that maybe? Maybe we should. Hang on. Let me just rethink that a little. I'll give myself my command back. So I've still got 2. If we were to just stall and just save up what we've got now and not move first platoon, we've got a assault team over there going to find out about this. We're going to have second platoon. We're going to have second platoon coming up onto this card. The other thing with moving this platoon was that that PDF was coming off, that fire was coming off. But you could just give an order for that, couldn't you? As long as you don't leave it till general initiative and think, I'll just draw a 1 at least. Yeah, and then if this goes up here, then that assault team can get pushed up there. So then we're getting 2 potential contacts. We're on turn 7, and we keep all this back here. But what's the danger? I mean, it's not that there's a potential contact going to be firing at this. I think just go with it, Grant. Just go with it. Don't fret. I'll be fine. Yeah, I'm going to go with that then. And then I'm going to save his last command. So he's got one command saved, the COHQ. And he activated the XO in the first platoon. Okay. Right, so do we go... yeah, I think we activate the first platoon now. As long as he gets a 2, then he's able to then platoon move. Because if we only get a 1, then we could still maybe use the XO, because he's still to activate, to shove some of the units up, you know, and move them one at a time. Oh, Jesse. Right, so, sorry, I got interrupted. I was messing with that. The dog, she just... Anyway. Right, so I think we do first platoon HQ first, and then if it turns into a disaster, then at least the XO can maybe do something. Right, so first platoon HQ he's green. He was activated. He is undercover though, under the foxholes. So it's a +1, -1. So we could do a big number here. Well, we want a 2 anyway, so here we go. Oh, look at that. Wow. What am I going to do with all that? 6. Well, that was nice. So what are we going to do? Well, yeah. Yeah, we've nothing more to patch up, although they've got 2 squads with 2 steps. That's the machine gun. Got the mortar. Yeah, I mean, we platoon move, and maybe we just save the rest of the commands then. Ooh. Grant. Hang on. Nah, I've drawn a card now. Well, maybe he can come back. Just realised we've got 2 casualties here. I could have put the casualty collection point there, couldn't I? I had 1 extra command left. Yeah. Well, as long as he's sitting in the open fields here, I can always move him back at some point and maybe create it, maybe before the last turn, just to grab the 2 experience points. Well, that's assuming everything else is going fine, which I think it will be. Yeah, but maybe should have done that, shouldn't I? And that way, the fact that these casualties are under the foxholes, it won't matter because they're on the card with the casualty collection point. So I don't think that stipulates they have to be undercover or not undercover or whatever. It's only if we wanted to move the casualties somewhere else. So yeah, well, okay, well, we'll keep that one saved up then. Right, so I'm going to platoon move up into the open fields then with first platoon. So that's going to cost me 2 points. Down to 4, and I'll get these guys moved up. Right, so that's first platoon moved up. Everybody was able to move up, okay. So they're all exposed, and this is the COHQ. I've just left him an exposed marker by himself, but he's exposed as well, just same as Red. I've separated them. There's no cover involved there. We've still got the COXO and the 2 casualties under the foxholes down here, and these 2 the smoke and the white phosphorus down there as well. I mean, I didn't go and pick that up or anything like that. I don't think we've got a need for that. So yeah, something's going to happen there. Yeah, this PDF's going to come off because these guys have moved away. Nothing else to fire on because this is the only enemy unit we've got, and it's got a friendly unit on it, so we won't open fire. So the PDF comes off here, and the crossfire comes off. Actually, that should have been reduced. That was not automatic weapons anymore because we were out of ammo, wasn't it? So that should actually be small arms. Yeah, and that should have been... It's not affected anything, but it should have been upgraded at the end of the turn to small arms because we had no machine gun ammo left. But this small arms is still here because this card's still firing and the PDF's still here. But we're more than likely, well, I say that, he needs, and he's not been activated and he's not undercover. So yeah, that might be interesting. It might not be a simple case of platoon. I mean, I'm talking platoon move and then move this assault team up to here. So now here's where the XO might want to kick in here. Eh? Well, hang on though. We're not finished with. Are we finished with first platoon? Well, we might be, to be honest. Because there's nothing he can go and fire at. There's nothing he needs to go and spot. I mean, he could split another assault team off a 1-1 platoon, 1-1 squad there, and could send it to one of these. Well, or can he? No. See, I would say you couldn't do this, and this is the one that Mike says that I've done. So this needs to be sorted out. I would have thought that you wouldn't be able to do that. It's what Andrew's talked about. I know it's different. It is different. The infiltrate and then infiltrate again compared to move, everybody's exposed, detach, move again. That does seem wrong, doesn't it? That does seem really wrong. I would feel really not right about that one. Whereas the other ones I wasn't sure. That one feels totally wrong. And Mike said I'd done that in part 12, but I need to go back and look at part 12 unless he can, like I say, I've asked him if he can link me a timestamp, but we'll just need to wait and see about that one. Yeah, well, to be honest, I don't think I can do that. So I'm going to leave that. I'm maybe going to ask it as a question, just to be sure. Because the only question out there, the guy that responds, he responds with, that's a good question. I would reckon no, though. And there was nothing official, and it was just one comment as well, which I found a little odd that it's not been well, maybe it has been asked before. I maybe didn't dig deeper. Like we've said, there's thousands of threads out there. There's a lot. There's a lot to try. I mean, you've really just got to go on your searches for certain words and hope for the best at times. But here's the thing. Does it say that it's clear in the... is it clear in the rule book, this? And again, Mike pointed me to 5.12. And the rules for moving to another card are, and rather than come down to the rule here, you may not move a unit that is marked with an exposed marker to a new card. So I've moved that to there, right? If I split one platoon and create an assault team, is it still exposed? Is it marked exposed? Yeah, I would think yes. But... Well, hang on then. I mean, is there any more details on the detached team rule then? I don't... Detach a team. I mean, it's in the rally actions. Reduce a squad... Reduce the squad or weapons team by a step and place either an assault or fire team into play on the card. Transfer any assets to the attached team as desired. That's it. And there's nothing to say that you can't detach a team from an exposed squad. Okay? Because it was the recipient needs to be any good order 3 to 4 step squad. What is it saying? Yeah, 3 to 4 step squad, sorry, yeah. That's right, yeah. It can't be a 2-step squad. Yeah, so any good order 3-step squad, I mean, although he's exposed right now, he's still a good order 3-step squad. So I can create an assault team and put on that card. And the answer that's not there is, how is he exposed? You would think so. This is going to have to be asked. I'm going to have to find this one out. This is bugging me. Okay, I went away. I've actually asked the question after all, but while I was away looking, I found that question again about the guy asking about if you were detaching... Yeah, this is what I want to ask. If we were detaching this, would the assault team become exposed? And vice versa, if we were supplementing an exposed assault team back into a squad, would it turn the squad exposed? Well, Andrew replied to that, and I was a different thread. He replied to that saying that no, supplement squad doesn't affect the exposed status. One of the other things I noticed in there, though, it doesn't affect experience level either. So me talking before about when I've been supplementing the squad and wanting to keep it line, Mind you, that's supplement a squad. Yeah, that's maybe a different thing, Grant, isn't it? Supplement a squad. What is the other one? What's the one where you're putting it back together again? That's different, isn't it? That's reconstitute, is it? Supplement a squad. Attempt to reconstitute a squad. See, it doesn't. Well, sure, if you're attempting to reconstitute a squad, you need to know what experience level it's going to be. But supplement a squad is just any good order 2 to 3 step squad and an unpinned fire assault team. Well, that doesn't affect the experience. I never thought about that. It doesn't affect the experience. Well, if you're reconstituting a squad, then. But sure, if you're reconstituting a squad, yeah, no, hang on. It does refer you to 6.5.2, which I think experience does come into that one. Because surely you can't put 3 fire teams together to create a 3-step squad and just say, well, that was wine before and now it's wine again. Surely not. Because they're all green steps that you used. However, the supplement squad thing, that shouldn't really affect it, because if you've got 2 line steps and then you're adding a green step, it's still going to be a line, isn't it? Right. So, yeah, okay. Anyway, the main part of that was that Andrew had confirmed that there's nothing to say in the rules that the supplement squad action, if you brought an exposed fire team or assault team into your squad with the supplement squad status, it would not make that squad exposed. So with that, I kind of looking at detached team, there's nothing really within that rule that says that if we were detaching an assault team or a fire team from this exposed squad right now, there's nothing to say there that it would take the exposed status with it. So I actually think it wouldn't be exposed. But I've popped a question out there. So hopefully Andrew will maybe confirm that one. It's one of the wordy ones, and I've linked a couple of threads, and I sometimes think I make things a bit too much, maybe put too much into it and just keep it simple. Right, look, 27 minutes, and I shouldn't have maybe started this. Well, I didn't think I was going to bump into this one. But I need to get this one cleared up. I want an answer to that one, for sure. Okay, well, I don't think... first platoon. Well, would we do that? Would we do it if we could do it? Would we split 1-1 platoon, assault team up? And I don't think so. I don't think we need to push that far. No. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say... Yeah, there's nothing else to do. There's not a point looking for cover or anything like that in that open field. Yeah, I'm going to save the 4 commands. First platoon got. And be done with that. Okay, we've got the XO. The XO is the only other activated staff platoon we've got. So here he is. He's under the foxholes. He's getting a +1 for that because he is line. He's got 0 save commands. So we'll jump across there and draw the card. So with a +1, yes, right, that's all right as well. That's a 3. +1 is 4. I'll take that. Right, I've moved him up there. That must have just been a glitch, I think. Because normally I would have left it down there for the moment. Right, the last time you done that, you blundered though, Grant. Yeah, I've definitely not. I'd activated them, turned them over, but I hadn't drawn a card for them. No, I'm okay. I think it must just moved up there. So I've got 3 +1. Yeah, I was getting a +1. Yeah, so I've got 4. So XO has 4 commands. Right, right, there was a couple of thoughts. Oh no, the first thought was if first platoon didn't get enough commands to help him. My initial thought was maybe if he's not doing anything else, come across and do something with this paralyzed team. Okay. The other possibility was go and send that assault team up, because 2nd platoon is not guaranteed to get 3 commands, because you need 3 as an platoon move into here, and then 1 up to there to send the assault team up. Oh, wait a minute. I'll tell you the other good bit about using this XO for this is he'd be able to attempt to infiltrate, because we've still got small arms on that card from this. Yeah, well, does mean this gets left. Yeah. You know what? Sometimes you've got to accept some. That's a paralysed step, as long as I'm not. I might still be able to do something like that. So I think with him having 4 commands, the XO could go across here. He can also infiltrate across as well. And then send the assault team up there. I tell you what, if he infiltrates successfully, I could move him back. As an infiltrate and then move. Not that gets me to there, but it gets me closer to there, with the possibility of doing that next turn maybe. And I'm still within activation range of the COHQ. Yeah. Right, okay, well, I'm going to do that because I've got my doubts about 2nd platoon being able to get 3 commands, because they're running under initiative. They are aligned, but they're not under cover, so they need a 3 in the small number. I can't see that happening. I'm hoping they're going to get a 2. So I spent 1 of the 4 commands for COXXO, so he's moving out, and he's going to attempt to infiltrate, because there's a VOF on this card. He's line, he's going to draw 2 cards, looking for infiltrate. Yeah, he's line. Right, here we go. That's a no. Oh, that's a yes. Okay, so good. So he successfully infiltrates. No, I didn't want to go under the cover, because that would have been silly. So he doesn't get marked exposed. Now his command there was attempt to infiltrate, right? So now he's going to give that an order and move up to attempt to infiltrate up there. That's him down to 2 commands. Yeah. So assault team with his smoke. He's got his smoke. Shove that up to there. So he's going to attempt to infiltrate up to there. And is it the... Well, he's swaying anyway, but I should know that. It's a move action. Attempt to infiltrate as recipient. Yeah, so it's the actual guy that does it. Well, he's lying anyway. So he gets a 2-card draw to attempt to infiltrate up there as well. Draw 2 cards. Here we go. And that's a no. Oh, that's a yes as well. Look at that. Doing well with infiltrations. Right, so he's not exposed too. So, yeah, I feel like maybe just moving the XO back. Just back into here. In fact, back under the foxholes that he just came from. Nah, maybe not Grant, then he can't be activated. Almost. I'm thinking about the +1 for the card draw, obviously, but then I can't get activated by the COHQ. And I think it's better not running under initiative. Even having the +1, well, maybe. Maybe it's a bit of both, I don't know. Right, is it worthwhile doing that? Moving back, spending our point. Yeah. Because I think he might be the one. Then maybe the platoons can move on by themselves. Although I still think you might want the use of the XO, Grant. Maybe. I think next turn you're going to be with the COHQ. Well, you're going to have second platoon as well. So you're going to have first platoon, second platoon, and the XO if they're moving back there to activate, which is fine. Yeah, I'm doing that. So I'm going to now make a move. Remember, he's done an infiltrate, and then he sent that on an infiltrate order. Then he's done a move back. I can't attempt to infiltrate back because I've already infiltrated in this impulse, even though there's a VOF. So I'm moving back there exposed. I'm pretty sure that's okay. So that cost me one more, and I'm going to save that last point. So he's got one point saved. Okay. Right, let's put. I never put my blue cubes up, did I? I never put my blue cubes up. Right, but second and third. I'll put them on now. See? Because you could get mucked up with that. If I'd got dragged away and maybe not come back till tomorrow or something that happened, I couldn't come back, I would probably go and have to have a look at the video footage, but I might sort of think, oh, I've activated everybody. Everybody's turned over. So they're not being activated yet. Well, what's second platoon's going to... I could probably get this part finished, because I don't think there's an awful lot that's going to happen. Well, mind you, Grant, you've got 2 potential contacts to look at already. Oh, look at this. We've got friendly and yeah. And this guy's still going to be firing here. It's just I'm trying to find VOFs. There's going to be a VOF here, unless I was to do something with him, but he's not spending ammo, so I think I'll just let him fire, and it creates a VOF there, and there's a VOF here with an enemy in a... So in actual fact, at the moment, we are heavily engaged, aren't we? Yeah. As soon as this guy went up there, we would become heavily engaged. So that's good. And then this... Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, you probably want to push an assault team up to here as well. So there is going to be 3. You're going to have, mind you, heavily engaged with 3 Bs. That's like 2 cards, is it not? It's a 2-card draw. So I should really take advantage of this. Well, mind you, we do have enemy activity happen first, and this guy sitting here could well fall back or something, and then that takes the heavily engaged part away. So, right. So second or third, Grant. Second is going to want to platoon move up into the woods. So let's go second first, because he's not got any commands. So I'm going to activate him, but he's running under his initiative activation. He is line, he's not undercover, so it's an unmodified small number. That's a 2, that's exactly what you wanted, Grant. That'll do. That's a tough one to get, a 2 in the small number, like. So, I mean, yeah, there's a couple that are better than that, but it's still... So I think we just... In fact, it's a platoon infiltrate. Is that worth all that hassle? I just sometimes wonder if it's worth the bother. Actually, not sure if it works here, because... No. Well, no, it does, because each individual unit that moves up there, there's going to be something left behind that's still firing on that card. Second platoon. Yeah, if I want to activate him, I need to stay out of the cover as well. Yeah, it's not until the last unit moves off this card that this PDF and VOF are going to go away, I think. You know what? I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm short of time, and that's a poor excuse here, I know. I'm just going to platoon move, so everybody here, I'm going to platoon move it into the woods. I'm not going to attempt to infiltrate. And then surely that PDF drops off and the small arms drop off, don't they? I think so. I mean, we're not still considered to be firing on our own card, are we? No. No, I think that's okay. So I'm going to platoon move them. That's my 2 actions. That's all second platoon is doing. Yeah, done my stop recording again, so I'm not sure. Is that 30? Maybe 30? It's really frustrating. I wonder if there's other comments about that. I never go and look about it, I just like get on with it. There maybe is, and there's maybe a way to move it. If it moved to the other side, it'd be fine. Anyway. Right, so I think all these are moved off this card, so there can't be a PDF coming from here anymore on the small arm. So I've got to say that these go away. And the foxholes we did not go out under. That was a platoon move. All these are part of the platoon. The arties attached to it. They're all marked exposed. That was his 2 save commands. So we've got a 3rd platoon now. We're going to activate him. He's got 1 save command. He's acting under his initiative as well. However, he is undercover. He's line. So he's going to get a +1 to the small number. That's good as well. So that was a 2 plus the 1 is 3. Plus the 1 he's got saved. So he's got 4. Not sure. Well, we need to stop fire. Well. And remember, the mortar's not firing because it can't, because it's under the woods. In the woods. Yeah, we've got a potential contact. Yeah, I can't send the assault team up first. What I need to do is cease fire, I think. No undercover. Yes. I think I call a ceasefire. There. Right. Just when I was wanting to get this done and I got a phone call. What were we doing? 3rd platoon, we've drawn cards for that. We've got 3 commands, is that right? We've got a 2. He had 1 saved. He was undercover. Have I spent 1 already? What have I done? I'm showing he's got 3 commands. The card that I've got in the discard pile is this one. He would been getting... I thought he had the command saved though. Or was that 2nd platoon? No, it wasn't. No, it was 1st platoon, wasn't it? But did we not get a +1? Because he's undercover. Did I start spending a command for the ceasefire? I think I might have done that. I think I've maybe moved this down. And then I got my phone call. I'm not gonna know for sure. I'm sure he had 1 command saved. Mind you, it might have been 2nd platoon. No, it wasn't, because we needed 2 commands for 2nd platoon, and he had none saved. Well, what else? Right, rather than stop the video, I'd rather just get on with this. I think I was getting a 2 plus 1 there. And I think I had 1 save. So I think that would mean me at 4. And I think what I've done is I'm spending 1 to cease fire. And that's when I got the phone call. So I'm going with that. Let's see if I've got a command left over, and if I watch this before we carry on, or try and watch it, then so we cease fire. So that comes off. Yeah. And then we're going to spend one more command to split an assault team. And then we're going to spend one more command to send the assault team forward. And we're going to save that last command. So if I have got that wrong, he'll be on 0 rather than 1. So that's a splitting from 3-3, I think. He's got purple smoke as well. So I'll send that with the assault team. We'll detach 3-3. Oh, and I've got an answer to my question. And it's all kind of good. Not what I would have thought though, but there you go. So assault team, and then we're moving that assault team up here. We can't do. Oh, you've done it the wrong way about, Grant. Yeah, I'm gonna rewind there slightly. Is it allowed? I've not drawn anything else. Yeah, I'm okay with that as long as no new information or I've drawn any cards. Because while we had the small arms on this card, so I'm going to do it the other way about. I'm going to send the assault team first to attempt to infiltrate. So detach a team, attempt to infiltrate, and then my third command is then ceasefire, right? So it makes sense, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying, right? But I'm okay with that one. I don't mind when I do things in out of order, and then I can do it. So that's going to be a 2-card draw. Yeah, because we're not drawing any other cards. No. So it's going to be a 2-card draw to attempt to infiltrate, because we should technically still have a VOF on that card right now. So here we go. That's a no. That's a no. Well, he fails that. Although we could exhort. Oh, you know what? I'll keep it easy, just in case that point shouldn't be there. But I'll just accept we're exposed. Okay. And then we would cease fire, and then that takes that away. Okay. Yeah, I got an answer from Andrew regarding the question, and yeah, this situation. So, well, this is for you as well, Mike, who thought that. I mean, to be honest, I would have thought this wasn't right either. That if we move back to here and we've still got commands left for first platoon, if I was still on first platoon, this squad's exposed. So again, there's nothing in the detached team action that says if this is exposed, then that would be exposed. There's nothing there that says that, and that's what Andrew's. Well, I say he's basing it on that. He is somebody that's in the know of the rules, and he also talks about supplement squad. So if we are splitting an assault team for that right now, the assault team or a fire team will not be exposed. And if we had an exposed assault team or fire team and wanted to supplement it, with one of these other squads, they would then that exposed fire team or assault team would just go into that, turn it into 3 steps, and this would not be exposed. So it works both ways, because there's nothing there that says that. And sometimes you've got to go with that, you know. I mean, again, there's my question earlier on about retreat. There was nothing that said you had to retreat back a row. So, but I suppose you just, sometimes you look at things and you think, well, surely that's going to happen. Surely when we get this assault team out of this squad that's exposed, that assault team's going to be exposed as well. Well, it's not with the rules. Whether there's, I mean, the thread, if you look at the thread, if you read the question that I did, the one that Andrew answered regarding putting the unit back into the squad, exposed, the the guy goes into a bit more detail, saying that you could game that a little bit by messing about with exposed squads. And Andrew did come back and saying, well, yeah, if you want to spend what's the commands to really achieve not enough of what, it was a way of doing things in a sort of gamey looking way, but you weren't really gaining anything out of it. So yeah, well, good to know. I wouldn't have thought that one, but there you go. So turns out that all these things, yeah, okay, right. I need to get this finished. Yeah, I thought I wasn't recording there for a minute. So is that everybody moved? Yes, it is. Well, it's always best to finish off with the general initiative, Grant. I guess as cover here. Probably not cover here because he managed to infiltrate. Cover here as well, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to draw for general initiative, unmodified small number. Well, you're only getting one of the options, Grant. This is the attack position. They're all assault teams. This one's got smoke. So it was that one, or I thought, no, I don't want to look for that one. So it's that one or that one, isn't it? Because I don't want to look for that one because he's not exposed. And it would make him exposed. Both of them would be 4-card draws. They're both wine units. I think they're both going to be getting 2 cover because whoever's going to attack him is going to come from up there. So there's nothing really to decide between the two, really, is there? Right, I'll go for the guy in the woods then, I think. So we'll attempt to seek cover for him. With a 4-card draw. He is wine, so no modifications. Looking for the word cover. 1, 2, 3, 4. You all good, Grant? You sure? Assault team moved up. Nothing changed here. Assault team moved up. They moved up. Yeah, because there's only that one enemy on the map right now, the paralyzed unit. Yeah, okay, let's just stick with that. Okay, looking for cover. I get reshuffled. So 4 cards first before we reshuffle. That's a no. That's a yes. That's a no, and I need to draw one more, but it doesn't matter. So we've got a yes. We're going to reshuffle up the deck, and I'm going to cut this part now. So he is going to go under +1 cover. Sorry, I'm not showing that. Oops. I'll put the exposed marker on top. So cover for the assault team found. Good. Right. So that's me. So I'm going to be coming back to the enemy hierarchy HQ event. I'll try and mark this time. Put my book. Sometimes I come and look at the book and I maybe moved the page about, but okay. I better get away for now because yeah, I've kind of like overstayed that a little bit, and that phone call I got took up a bit more time than I thought I was having. We're not heavily engaged though. Oh yeah, we are. We still are because of the paralyzed unit being on the same card as that. However, there's only two VOFs here and here, but this still counts. So yeah, it is still heavily engaged. We've got 2 cards with friendly or enemy units on it, with a VOF, and there's one of those cards, with a friendly and an enemy unit on it. So that means heavily engaged. Right, I'll get away for now, and I should be back tomorrow. That'll be me for tonight. So yeah, back tomorrow. Okay, cheers.